today. I've got a pumpkin, but I'm trying to think, do I want to, I can't do all of these things, okay, because I know y'all don't want to be here forever, right? And then I have some little porcelain pieces. This is a little, looks like a, probably a pear. Yeah, a pear. Okay, and then a little bird. Same thing, like those little porcelain birds. I probably got these two at TJ Maxx. And let's just go with these, okay? So I've got a white swan here. It's a DIY paint. If you're not familiar with it, it's a clay-based chalk style paint, and it covers pretty much anything. So I just love it. So let's just see. I've got a little chip brush here. It's not a plain chip brush though. It's a nice chip brush from Amy Howard. So I do like these as far as painting on glass and stuff, because it's just softer. Actually, I like the cheaper ones. I just don't have any. This is a thick one, but the regular ones that are thin have bristles that are a little bit longer than some of the others, and so it really helps when you're painting glass or something for it to cover like that. Now, I should have probably cleaned this with alcohol, because I've been touching it, trying to get the price tags off and all that good stuff. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's so easy to buy these little things. I think this is probably, I want to say it was like $3.99, and this was like $4.99 maybe, the pair. But you can make it really look upscale with just a little bit of paint and gold leaf. So let's see. I may just how to do this without, maybe I'll just do it like this. Hard for you to see. I know that I'm painting it, but I am just giving it just a coat. And then we're going to dry it, and I'll just go ahead and one thing I like to do, yeah, I have it. It spritz it, and I may not have enough water, but I like to just spritz it lightly with water, and it'll get that paint smooth. This is a thick paint, and it'll start drying quickly and dragging. So we don't want that. Okay, so I'll leave that right there. My husband just texted me, and he's like, "Is 5 o'clock okay for dinner?" We're meeting his sister, and I was like, no, I'm about to do a video. I've got to spend some time with my people. We went out of town last week, so I know I said I was going to start trying to do videos every week, at least on Wednesdays, and we were out of town, and then this week I had a doctor's appointment that I had scheduled on a Wednesday. So I was like, no, I want to do something. I'm getting antsy. I gotta create something. Again, this color is White Swan. It's probably our warmest white. I really wanted a cream, and I could have sworn that I brought crinoline home from my shop, but I'm pretty sure I did, and I just cannot find it. I cannot find it. I had, I brought some paint and some wax and, just stuff I was out of. I brought some home, and I looked all over. So then I'm like, where is it? Alright, so let's see what we got here. I just kind of lightly painted this on, and then let's dry it, and then I'll do another coat. And then that's it, y'all. And then we'll just gold leaf it. So if I have time, I'll get to the other pumpkin. All right, maybe I should use my other heat gun. It's louder, but it's faster. Louder, but faster. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it another little coat. I really do feel like I need another. I need to try this other brush. It's just kind of thick. I always set out to make these things for my booth. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'll just do another one and I'm gonna keep this one. And I never do another one. Oh gosh. I keep saying, so the bird, I think I'll just put the gold leaf on the wings and the tail. Not solid, but just kind of. But a chalk paint, if you're gonna gold leaf something, a chalk paint is good to use because, well, I guess you could use an acrylic too, but gold leaf has to be sealed, and there are some sealers for gold leaf, or I just use clear wax. It works fine. And so with the chalk paint, you can just seal it all together. Okay, there's that. And another way to get it smooth, if you don't want to kind of wet it, chalk paint will sand to a really smooth finish. So, and you don't have to sand it a lot. Just take a little, I'll show you when I get done here. I'll sand this one just a tiny bit. But if you have any like little pieces sticking up or little paint boogers, you know, that get in the paint, you can just lightly sand and get it smooth. Lots of ways. A lot of people think you can't get a smooth finish with chalk paint, that it's just a chalky look, but that's not true. Not true, not true. And, you know, I could have done any color, but with, I like white with gold leaf, or I like any color with gold leaf, really. And you can always come back and touch up. Like this one looks good. I do have a little few spaces on the bird. So, like I was saying, okay, so here is, let me make sure it's dried up. Hard to tell. All right, so let's just look at it up close. So see, you can see kind of like little ridges. And I didn't wet it that time, the second time. But you can take a little 220 grit. See, there's a little, I don't know if you can see the little, they got a few little paint boogers. It needs to be dry, y'all. Anyway, so just kind of, and you can do this in between each coat. So if I were to do this and it took some too much off, or then just paint another thin coat and it should be fine. This is all you have to do. But, so those ridges though, that's what makes the finishes really good for chalk paint. The wax and all that gets down in there. Wet right there, gotta be careful. All right, let's get started. I may just have to touch that up a little later when it's dry. Smooth. All right, so here is my size. So you need a size for the gold leaf. Might work. Okay, so I'll stir it up a little bit and we'll get a little paintbrush. So, I'm going to start out. Just going to dip my brush in there. Let's see. I'll do it a little heavier. Yeah, I missed a lot of places. Anyway, the wings are fine. So I'll do it on the wings. Heavier right up here. This part I'll just kind of haphazardly, maybe it's hard to tell, you know, you can always come back with more, so I'll do that. Just see what we get. I don't think I get too much because let me just do a little bit on the tail too while we're at it. If I don't like it, you can sand it off and repaint it. How about that? Now I'm gonna look in the light and just kind of make sure it's not dripping. And you let it sit. This size, I think it takes maybe, oh shoot, I got some right over there I didn't want. About 10 minutes, I'd say, till it gets tacky. Okay, so I'll let that one sit for just a minute. And then on this one, so I'm going to do the whole leaf. Okay. And then the stem. Okay, come down. I'm just going to kind of do it coming down, just going to kind of dab it on. It's like that's better. Just oh shoot. Finger on it. When your fingers get sticky, be careful because you don't want to pull in your paint off. Could just let it drip down. That would be kind of cool too, like it was just trying to do. Drip. And you'd have gold leaf drips. That'd be cool. I'll try to control it just a little bit on this. Bit more. Okay, let's see how that does. Now you can feel when it's tacky. I'm gonna turn my heat gun where it's not hot. Just give it a little once over. Could do the beak too. What about the beak? Might be cool to have a gold beak, huh? Just do it. I just do stuff to see. Like I said, you always can sand it off and just repaint. That's what's so great about this DIY paint as well. All right, so here's gold leaf. I think these are Amy Howard sheets. That's what I try to, what I usually keep on hand. I don't know at this point, so I'm just gonna stick it on there, peel off, come to the other side. Peel off. I wouldn't, don't try to pull the whole thing off because your glue is not completely, you know, ready, then you'll just pull it all off. So just kind of tear it instead of thinking it'll just tear off by pulling the whole thing. I mean, it could, but I've had it not do so well. The beak needs to, okay, now I'm gonna take actually, I like to use a really soft brush. Because if you get something too coarse, it can actually scratch the gold leaf. And so I like to get something that's really soft. But, I mean, this would be fine. I mean, this would be fine. I may start with it. Let's see. Oh, I need a little, let me see if I can find a plate. Under a plate. That way I like to save my pieces. I keep wanting to pick up that paintbrush. I better put that over here. So the gold leaf should only stick where you put sides. So you just kind of, you have to keep brushing it. But see, it does make a little mess. And it is kind of hard to see where you put the sides. You can do it in the light and be able to tell better. And I do see that kind of scratching. Not bad, but it does kind of bug me. Always add more too. Let me scooch that over a little bit. Ooh, another color is really good on is gold. I mean red. Like you could make a red bird with the gold leaf. Kind of going up and kind of trying to get some of it up. That's what I should have done on the other side. And come down. Grab a little piece and put on the beak, see if it's even ready. Who knows? Just don't want it to look perfect, you know, you just kind of want it to look I'll do like his feet done. Because that's pretty. See, this brush is so soft, so I can do that back and forth. This is a blending brush. I forgot what it's called. But it's on my website if you happen to want one. It is good for blending paint as well, because it's so soft. But, so that is getting the light. What about his eyes? Yeah, we could do his eyes. I like his wing like this side better. I like that, but maybe a little bit more. So you just play with it, but you saw how easy that was, right? And it's just easy. Okay, so let's, I'm gonna hit it with the little heat gun, just a little. Now, move your gold leaf before you turn on any air, because then it, believe me, I've done it so many times. See, sun's already on there. And then your next project will have gold leaf all over it, because it flew everywhere. All right, let's get this one. I'm anxious to do that copper leaf. I want to do that on the pumpkin, I think, and then put it with that other copper one I did. Been too messy. Not as messy as it usually is for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that was small. This will probably be messy. So I'm just tearing off some of the pieces, fitting them. I put a size. I'm gonna get those pieces I had left. Slowly bring them up. A spot. But just know, if you do miss a spot, you can go back and just add some size in that spot, because it's not going to hurt to have more gold leaf on there. But we still haven't waxed it either, so maybe, hopefully this one will be good enough. But I can go ahead and just, maybe, let me see. I don't want to wax it until I get it exactly like I want it. So, let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to start wiping this off, just the same way. Let me use this again. that's sticky right there, but it's not, like I didn't wait for it to dry. I would usually wait at least, 10 minutes. I feel like we did though. I'm just gonna leave that there. A little messy and a little time consuming, but I promise you it's worth it. Anyway, I think I got these at TJ Maxx, honestly. I've had them a while, but I see them all the time at TJ Maxx. All these little white porcelain pieces. Home Goods would probably have pieces like this. Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby, I bet in the clearance section, they usually have just a bunch of little stuff. But even the thrift store, anything, if it's glass or porcelain, anything like that, you can paint. So when you're looking at stuff like that and just saying, okay, can I paint this? And most of the time the answer is going to be yes, you can. I don't know why the stem is really wet. It's like, I don't know. But like I said, I don't mind it being a little bit off. I like it like that, actually, not solid. Yeah, I love that. I love how that's looking. See how shiny? It is so shiny. But it does take a little bit of time to get all of it off because it just does. Oh gosh, y'all make me laugh. I breathe on all this stuff. All right, I just want to show you how to wax it real quick. But wait and wax it, last. Make sure you like it how it is. Let's see. I'm empty. Let me get it from underneath. This seems to have color on it though. Okay, so I just used clear wax on my gold leaf. So you can do it all at the same time because you're waxing the paint. Because gold leaf will tarnish, okay? So you do have to put a sealer on it. I noticed there was one I done, put gold leaf on one of those little acrylic blocks, and I just obviously forgot to seal it. I put a mold on it, and it's tarnishing. Now, does it bother me? No, but it is tarnishing. And so you can, when you add wax to chalk paint like this, you can buff it, and it'll just get, it'll get a nice slick sheen to it. But don't buff it right now. Let the wax dry a little bit first. And that goes for anything that you wax like that. Let it dry a little bit. Come back the next day and buff it. And what I mean by buffing it, just rub it with a rag, a soft rag. That way you won't be taking it off because it'll dry. Okay. Got to find that clear wax, y'all. Got to find all that stuff. There's always some that's hiding up under the lip there. And if you are not a big fan of the shiny gold, you can come back with a little dark wax as well and tone it down a little bit. But I'm not going to do that. I like it shiny gold. Okay, I think this is good. So when this dries, I'll rub it tomorrow. I'll just let it dry a little bit. Right now it's got a little haze to it, but I love the gold leaf. All right, let's look at this bird real quick. And let's see, we'll do his eyes real quick with the, I don't know, do I want his eyes done? Yeah, I guess. Let's just see if I can just dab it right there. While I'm at it, I'm just going to add a little bit more. I would like if y'all gave me a thumbs up on here. And if you're feeling extra generous, share it. Share it to your friends or family. Thank you, Daddy. I like him like that too. It just kind of is throwing me a little bit for some reason. Like I said, it's hard to see exactly where you're putting the size on this stuff. That may have been enough. Here, all I need are some of these little pieces. Let's just see. Let's see what we got here. Remember, okay, you can always, don't forget, you can always repaint. It's just paint. Well, in this case, it's just gold leaf, but it does sand off. Just give it a try. You're not gonna mess up anything by any means. This beak he's got some loosey-gooseys. I don't know, he's kind of pretty. Yeah. I guess he needed some eyes. See, I just rubbed a little bit more sides on there, right there, and I'm always, I'm too impatient. I don't like to wait for it to dry, but you should. Y'all do as I say, not as I do. See, I love that. I love how it did right there on the bottom where it's just kind of, and I think I used, just a little bit less. Well, I don't know. But I kind of wanted it like that. So I wanted it a little more splotchy. I love that at the very bottom like that. All right. So this is my wax brush. I may already have enough on here. Good a bit. I'm just going to do his wing right there because I see some spots I need to touch up that are shiny coming through the glass. So I love that. I love that little bird. All right. That's it, kiddos. And I will, of course, post pictures when this is dry and I've rubbed it off a little bit, okay? So I'll see y'all soon. Bye.